Hello crafty friends, it's Diane with Bean Street Paper, and today I'm back with another 10-Minute Tuesday. And I want to talk about letting your paper do the talking. So I don't know if you guys are like me, but I am a huge paper, I'm going to use the word collector instead of hoarder. But I have many papers, and I don't really like to cut into them a lot, but I have some super pretty papers. So a lot of times, your card doesn't have to be an elaborate card. You just need a quick card for something, someone's birthday, you know, a thank you card, whatever, or something quick. You found out somebody's retiring, or, you know, whatever. So I find a lot of times that I could just let the pattern of the paper do the talking. So I've created these 3 cards, and they're all using the same basic design. A super big piece of paper that, you know, is a pretty print. You know, you wouldn't do it with like a polka dot, or a lot of florals work really good for this. I did like this lemon one. This is a kind of non-traditional colors for a baby card, but I like the flowers. And then, you know, these little tea roses, they could be perfect for anything. So this paper, I'm going to use this paper later to do a card, maybe just a hello card or something like that. But the pattern leads itself to just a simple card that ends up being a really lovely card, even though it's simple and didn't take a super huge amount of time to make. Here's another one. Let me move these cards out of the way. I dug into my stash. Now this paper pad is from 2011, so it's 10 years old at least. But a lot of these patterns, I don't know if you can see in the video, they have glitter on them. So this paper would be great. I mean, look at this pretty pattern. It's got some glitter on it. So it would be great to do cards with that just let the paper do the talking. I wouldn't necessarily pick this. Like I said, I wouldn't do polka dots. I'd use that in another card, but there's a lot of really pretty floral patterned. Damask works really well. These butterflies are cute. So look, dragonflies. Tons of papers you can do this with. That if you're like me and you just have stacks, these rainbow dragonflies are super pretty. But if you have tons of paper laying around, just stacks and stacks of paper, you can make super simple cards really quick. So if you've noticed, these cards are all the same design. We're gonna put one together. I've already cut the pieces, but again, just look through your scrap of paper or your paper stash, and you could have really pretty ones in your scrap. I bet I could look through my stash. Look at this. Here's a scrap. That would be beautiful. So I do have a lot of larger scraps that I could cut down and make super simple cards with. So without further ado, you are going to need one A2 size card base. Okay, so it's cut at 5.5 and then scored at 4 1/4. I'm just going to fold that in half and burnish it. And put that aside. Now I did these a little bit different. I used a 1/4 inch border for my first layer and then an 1/8 for my second, because I wanted a little more white to show through. So my first layer is going to be cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and then my second layer is going to be cut at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I'm just going to put those two together. You can use any sentiment. I mean, there's just so much that you could do with these. And they're so quick and easy. Now, I used the scrap piece of cardstock from when I cut my borders. You can see that it just is the very end of the paper. You can use ribbon. You can use string. I mean, you can really use whatever you want. But what I did was I just saved the scrap. And I put it about, I don't know, 3/4 of the way maybe. It really just depends on how big your embellishment is. So I'm going to attach this to my card base. It's really cold out here, so my ATG gun is a little less than, let me make sure this is, yeah, okay. Can't tell you how many times I've put together a card and then realized it doesn't open the right way. All right, so you're 90% done with your card. Now, I already went through and die cut my scallop circle and some circles because I wasn't sure if I could get the machine under here, but really the rest of the card is just attaching a sentiment. And again, it could be anything. It could be happy birthday, thank you, a sympathy card. So if you're like me, you have a ton of these strips of cardstock left. I save those because what I'm going to do is when I'm going to turn this over and use my Barely Art glitter glue at the very top. I'm going to cut a piece of this strip and put it right there on my, I need to cut a little bit, on my embellishment. And what that does, I'm also going to put one at the bottom. Let me make sure this is, yeah. What this does is keep my embellishment from sagging over the strip of cardstock that I already put on there. So those little strips, I never throw them out. And then I'm just gonna put glue and a little bit in the middle to glue my embellishment on. Okay. I'm gonna use my blocks to weigh that down a second. And just like that, you're 99% done with the card. Now, you can, I put rhinestones on my other cards, but you can put butterfly punch outs. I save a ton. Now, these are the wrong color, of course, but you can put a little butterfly on there. You can put paper flowers. Really, there's just so many different things that you could do, but definitely even if we had cut all that, that would be under a 10-minute card. If you cut one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, enough to make 4 cards, I still think you could put them together in under 10 minutes. So, definitely a card designed to keep in your arsenal for when you need a super quick card. You need to whip something up. Like when your husband comes and says, oh, hey, I need a birthday card tomorrow for so-and-so at work. Yep, super quick, super easy, and you got it done. So that's my 10-minute Tuesday for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or comment below. I will put the links to the Facebook group and the MeWe group down below, so you can join those if you like, if you're interested in bashing your stash. And all the measurements will also be down below. And without further ado, I hope you all have a crafty Sunday. I am recording this on Sunday, and I'll have it ready to go by Tuesday. And I look forward to crafting with you again in the future. Have a great day, everybody.